Yeah,
Um,
so pretty crazy. We will watch Hassan Minaj at some point on Patreon, I'm sure, because you're right. That anthrax story might be worth a deeper dive.
oh, for sure. The only thing left with him is that news story. I don't even know if you want to play it.
Nah, we got the gist of it. I explained it.
All right. Where to next?
As far as topicality, should we move to Louis C.K. next, real quick?
Because it's weird. Also,
I don't get why this is a story right now.
I don't either.
But if I can say one thing, we talked about this last week. Joe Rogan not laughing at someone has ruined another life.
I know.
Joe Rogan sitting there quietly strikes again. Where I think Louis, I'm sure there's a greater point that he's making, but I think to an extent he's also fucking around.
Kind of.
Because this is a Louis C.K. bit that's been made, this is kind of his formula a little bit to an extent.
Right.
Where you say something kind of crazy like this and then kind of back it up with funny points. But he's on a podcast and the man sitting across the table from him is just stone facing him, not acknowledging that he's speaking. So it makes it a little more difficult to get any jokes off. I do think Louis is making a point, but my bigger question is, why is this a news story now? So let's play the clip and then we'll talk about it.
But my feeling is they should open the border and just let them pour in, let everybody pour in. And then the answer, which is, well, then there'll be all these problems. Yes, there should be. It shouldn't be so great here, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that'd be
in
bad.
America. It shouldn't be. It's a weird thing to sequester a certain group of people and try to keep upping their lifespan and their lifestyle and just keep trying to increase.
So this feels like he's not. I feel like there's a point that he's making here. Like, I'm not saying he's kidding. I think he's serious. But it feels like a Louis C.K. premise in the sense that he's presenting this, and then if he were to do it on stage, he could make it funny.
Right.
And almost make us, like, that's a Louis staple, where he's making this point and you're almost like, there is something to what he's saying there. Like, I get what he's saying. Like, Carlin would do that type of shit too. So he's making this point and Rogan just sits there and does not speak.
Of people, and then this pressure of people trying to come in so they can enjoy it. And then it gets worse and worse down here. I mean, I'm not Canada. It's really just from down here. There's something wrong with that. That's not a system that's working. And
do you think Louis was just in a room by himself?
Yeah, Rogan's just.
Where's the man he's talking to?
He's just high looking at the blank TV. Please, Jamie, put on anything else.
That's what should be remembered as we go through this is like, the guy he's talking to is probably on DMT or something right now. So just keep that in mind before you take this too seriously.
To do cruel things to other people. There's a lot of people that die so Americans can be safe. They're just dying, weddings that are drone bombed in Yemen because a guy said something that might have resulted in American insecurity, not even like definite American deaths, but like just so we can breathe a little easier. Folks die and folks do labor in unsafe places so that we can keep the prices where we like them. There's so much about American life that other people pay for. That's part of it. But also it's not good for us either. It's not a good way to live in a gated community.
I get what he's
like any
I
other
get what
way,
he's trying to say. He's essentially what he's saying is Americans are spoiled.
Right.
Which that's just true. Now that I see people like responding to the that video online and being like, "Oh, how about we start at Louis C.K.'s house? Would he like that? I bet he lives in a mansion." He probably wouldn't like that. That's kind of the point he's making overall, is that we all have it too good here. Like, we have it much better. We don't appreciate how good we have it compared to a lot of other countries. That's the overall point that he's making. Now, agree with that, disagree with it if you want, whatever. What I found interesting is, I was like, I kind of remember him saying this in the past, but it was a news story this week. I can't find I was like, did Rogan take down the episode? That doesn't make any sense. This is from January.
I know, from forever ago. I did this like,
You said Jerry talked about it the other day?
I was gonna say, I do a Newsmax show every morning during the week,
yes.
and this somehow made the radar.
What was Jerry's take? Was he enraged by it?
Yeah. Of course.
Good. That's good that he took it very seriously.
Yeah, he's being
two comedians talking.
He's being real funny, Ironhead.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure that's always the go. Jerry loves that. I remember Like that was his thing with Chappelle and shit. Michael Che, that was a big one. Where's he funny? I don't get it.
Yeah, never.
Where's
never.
Dave Chappelle being funny? I don't know, Jerry. But yeah,
Once
so
in a while.
people are getting angry about this. No one's taking into account the fact that he said it 9 months ago. Why wasn't it a story then, and why is it a story now? I don't get it.
Because the border crisis is bad.
So
Right now.
Louis C.K. is not a politician.
No, I know, but I'm saying the border this particular week is exceptionally bad. So it's been a story the entire last week.
But I guess, are the people tweeting this out thinking that Louis C.K. changed policy that made it bad this week?
Yeah, I don't know. Also, the other thing with him is
Senator C.K. says,
like, remember when he went on late night shows in a suit and was endorsing Hillary Clinton? Now look at him.
I think that was a mistake, but I don't think that's what this is.
Yeah.
I don't think this is him. I think it's him making a point that if he was in a room with whoever, Colin Quinn, could have been an interesting discussion, but Joe is just zoned out, apparently.
Right.
I don't know why I'm so annoyed with Joe Rogan lately.
Because he's just like, it depends on the guest, but he's just, like you said, checked out and just, like, poor Matt Rife. I'm still thinking about that.
It seems like it, yeah.
Yeah.